Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome back to the channel. If you see a lot of bees flying around, I just got done with number 2 and it's a very healthy colony, so I'm just going to step away for a little bit. Quick intro on number 3. So it's Monday, September 7th. Happy Labor Day, America. It's about 10 o'clock in the morning. Weather's 70 degrees, heat index has it maybe it's 77. Humidity's pretty low, I'm not sure what it is, but it feels fantastic. I was out here about 2 weeks ago inspecting number 3. They were looking okay. Probably could be looking a little better. Weren't really making as much progress in the top box, meaning drawing out the frames, the new frames with wax so the queen can expand the brood chamber, store some food stores and everything with the provided 1-to-1 sugar water. So what I did last week, or last inspection 2 weeks ago, I moved a few frames from number 2 that did a fantastic job with that plan, that concept. Moved them into number 3. I think I almost did a 50-50 split. I moved 5 frames, yeah, and I checkerboarded them. So we'll see how that's looking in number 3 today. We'll see if that idea of moving number 2's top box drawn frame, some had brood as well, into number 3. We'll see if that enticed the bees of hive number 3 to come up and draw out the rest of the new foundation, since they've had sugar water this whole time. Other than that, we'll just get into the bottom box where most of the colony resides. Most of the brood nest is still in the bottom box, but the goal is for them to slowly come up into the top box, so they have kind of like a 1.5 deep situation. It's not a double deep and it's not a single, so kind of in the middle. Finding a good amount of bees in the top box is always a good thing as well. Pretty sure the queen's marked, so just a good habit to check the bottom side of the inner cover and everything. And it doesn't look like they've made a lot of progress with the checkerboarded frames, so I'm assuming that was from 5. That's still a new one. 5, new one. So I think what I'm going to do is uncheckerboard them. I'm not sure if that's like a real term or not, but I'm going to move some frames around. Condense, there we go, that's a better word. Condense these frames with drawn comb. I'm just going to condense them to the middle. That looks weird. That's kind of trippy. I don't know if this is going to come up on camera, but check out the little air bubbles in the sugar water. Maybe you can see it. Kind of strange, but you know, stranger things have happened. I'll take a look at that one in a second. Yeah. Sometimes, for just unknown reasons, bees just don't really do what you want them to do. They ain't telling me. Alright, let's condense all these around. Yeah, you can see they're on it, they're working it, but just not, it's never as fast as you would like. So we'll move the newer frames to the outside. There, that's a little better. We'll move the 5 drawn frames to the center. Maybe checkerboarding them this time of year just wasn't a good idea. Alright, there we go. So now, let's take a look. That might be the last of some brood I moved over from number 2, hatching out. It's kind of cool. Yeah, it looks like some of the brood hatched out already and they've backfilled it with sugar water. You can tell the brood. You can tell brood comb. It's darker, noticeably darker. This comb is, I don't know if you want to call it virgin comb or whatever, but it's never been laid in by the queen or nursed by the bees. So we'll see how things go in several months, because this is going to be the last inspection for 2020 due to a work commitment. But I feel pretty good about things because there is a lot of goldenrod on the verge of blooming, and right now we do not have any storms on the horizon. And the reason I say that is because the years in the past, this time of year, we're usually getting hit by a hurricane, and it always happens to be right as the goldenrod is blooming, or on the verge of blooming. It's where the storm completely wipes out that. I'm not sure if they really get nectar from it. Pollen for sure. Maybe actually they do get nectar because some people like goldenrod honey. Yeah, like every single year since I've been keeping bees, a storm comes through and completely wipes out the goldenrod. There's a nice little patch of brood. They definitely need to move some food around so the queen has space to lay. And this is another hive that, judging by how heavy they beard in the late afternoon, I'm assuming the population it's a pretty large population for this time of year. Yeah, plenty of brood. Well, not plenty, but they have brood. And you can't really expect to see that much this time of year either, because after the summer solstice in late July, I believe, where the days start to become a little shorter, the queens actually dial back how much they lay. Because it almost sounds like it doesn't make sense, but you don't really want a large population of bees going into the winter, which is why the queens do that. It's just something they know to do. And then on the opposite hand, right around late December, I think the 21st or so, that is when the winter solstice occurs, and that actually triggers the bees. Look at that bright pollen she's bringing in. The winter solstice actually, oh, look at the queen. She's a nice one. Yeah, let's put them back before something happens. So if I can finish that thought, the winter solstice, when the days become a little longer, triggers the bees, the queen, to start laying more eggs each day. So long story short, the bees will know what to do. Nice looking queen. Grab some more sugar water. Alright, well, that does it for number 3. Queen right for sure. Nice looking queen too. Fat abdomen on her. Decent brood, could be better, but I think there's just a few, well, there's food stores in the way, so they can always move that around, and they will move it around when the queen needs to lay more eggs. But like I was explaining with the summer and winter solstice and how that affects the bees and the queen and everything, they know what they're doing. So yeah, overall not too bad. Didn't really make as much progress as I thought they would in the top box. So as you can see, I condensed the 5 frames to the center location, which is typically where the bees congregate, and then they have sugar water for an emergency food source in case something happens to the goldenrod that's on the verge of blooming. Yeah, that's pretty much it. So yeah, that's number 3. Quick look at the front entrance. They have a pretty decent amount of bees, like I was saying, judging by the afternoon how much they beard, and then just looking at them right now. So we'll see how they do. Just going to give them a few months to kind of rest, hang out, do their own thing, seal the hive up nicely, all the cracks with propolis and to include the inner cover and the top lid and everything, and then I'll check on them in the spring. So that's it. That's the last hive inspection video for 2020 of hive number 3. Again, if you have not subscribed to the channel, please do so. And if you like these videos, give us a thumbs up. And if you hit the bell, you'll receive notifications of future videos. Alright, hey, thanks for watching, everybody. Again, happy Labor Day, America. And tune in come the spring, and we'll see how 2021 goes. So, thanks again, everybody, for checking out the channel and supporting a small-scale micro apiary backyard beekeeper. Alright, that does it.